Hey fans, it's your old pal Matt here with you. It's been a while. I feel like every time we get on, we apologize for that, but um, I just figured I'd hit the record button. John's been calling me today, up in a rather annoying manner, trying to book these flights for a trip that we have planned coming up. And I don't know, I just was like, why don't I just record when I call him back, because he's been really annoying about it. So just maybe I can get you guys in the behind the scenes of this, whatever you want to call it. Hi, is this John N?
It's John N.
Hey, it's Matt, your co-host of the Nailing History podcast.
Hey, how are you?
You're on the air.
Oh, I figured as much. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, sorry I missed your call. I figured, why not hit record, you know?
I hear ya. I know. We just got that new. You just got that new Descript. Got loaded up on the script again. So
Well, I do find it funny. Yes, I got an auto renew for Descript for another $300. I thought I turned it off. I turned it off now for next year. So this might be the last year, fans. So hang on to your. Since the $300 is about, I don't know, $100 an episode, I would say, based on our frequency from last year.
let's see if we can up that. I think we can increase that ratio.
Well, sorry, John. I was out freezing in the cold temperatures today working on a Saturday. So sorry I didn't answer right away. I was still kind of just warming up and getting ready to hop in the shower when you called, so I didn't want to answer. So sorry I ignored you.
That's totally fine.
So what's up?
Not much. Just
well, no, what'd you call for?
Oh, well, I don't know if some of our fans know, but we're going to be partaking in a long weekend, a long Labor Day festivity out in Washington. I don't know if you want to give the fans a little more detail on that.
Well, I like to keep my private life private.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. Just more or less checking, check bag or no check bag. Fans, like, I don't know. I like to travel light. Y'all can disagree with me, but I like to just kind of go with a backpack and a little carry-on. Nothing too crazy. So,
you know what I don't like about carrying on? There's multiple things. One, I don't like having to worry about what's in my bag going through security. As far as, like, are you one of the people who takes his little baggie out with all the little itty bitty travel liquids and make sure that you're not over a certain ounce? And do you have that all out and organized when you're waiting in line?
You don't do that anymore. Last time I went.
What?
They tell you don't take anything out of your bag. At least in the airports I've flown out of.
Well, do you have is there still a limit on liquids?
I think so.
See, I don't like following these rules. Just like, I'm checking. I don't care. I'm just going to check all my stuff. I don't need to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, but it's easy. You got people picking you up at the airport.
Yeah, but then you're also like one of the freaking commoners fighting over overhead bin space. I hate that too. It's so low class, low rent. I guess it's so low rent.
You could potentially get the best of both worlds. So if there's not enough cabin space for your carry-on, they'll ask you to check your bag, and then
well, that would make me feel lower than whale shit.
You get a little bit A, a little bit of B. You know what I mean?
I don't like being. It's low rent, John. It's low rent. When I fly. I'm still one of the people who dresses up for a flight. I wear a nice shirt and tie. I don't wear like pajamas and sweatpants like I'm sure you probably do. Fighting over overhead space with your Hollister t-shirts and pajama bottoms.
Yeah, but I don't know. Big news though in the world of flying. I mean, what do you think of these assigned seats on Southwest now? Huh? That's the new hot thing going
No,
on in aviation. Other than TSA
that's
being
not
5 hours
new. I
long.
don't think at all.
Well, they're advertising it pretty aggressively.
Oh, are they? Yeah, that's cool. That was insane. That was insane. I refused to fly Southwest because of that. I can't deal with not having a seat assigned. That's insane. I don't know how people.
Sorry to any fans who are frequent flyers of South or previously frequent flyers of Southwest, and you no longer are a frequent flyer with them because they got rid of the pick your own seat. But
who would stop flying Southwest because of that? I think if anything, it would just get more people to fly it.
I don't know. Some people were pretty into Southwest Airlines for the weird stuff they did.
What else did they do?
Including that. Well, the 2 free checked bags. Which whenever I flew Southwest, I would always check a bag. But
I mean, John, you texted me before I called you. Yeah, I didn't do it because I wasn't sure if you were going to check a bag or not. But we can always add it. It's $35. You're talking about $35?
It's $70
that's
round trip.
Okay, that's 5 beers at a bar.
Maybe in Washington, maybe. Or you go to.
I mean, okay, it's 10 beers. It's okay,
maybe we'll put a poll out for the fans.
It's not just you. It's not just you. I don't want to pour it all on you, but this whole free check bags, how much it's going to cost me this much to save. You're talking about nothing, barely any money.
I wonder what the history of check bags are. Probably pretty interesting. Let me see here. Evolved from heavy 19th century steamer trunks to lightweight wheeled and tech integrated luggage. Interesting. I bet you there's quite the story there.
Yeah,
Louis Vuitton produced the first stackable steamer trunk in 1858.
Louis Vuitton, huh?
Mm-hmm. In 1973,
something tells me
mandatory X-ray screening.
Something tells me your luggage is not Louis Vuitton.
Guess how much the U.S. airlines collected in baggage fees in 2023, Mr. Only $35 each way?
How much?
$7 billion. They greasing those pockets? Any more than you have to?
I get the point.
Service they provide.
You
kidding me?
I get the point that you don't get much for it. I guess I get that point.
Telling you, I just like to travel light, and I was more inquisitive as to do we actually need the bags for our purposes? Because if we do, I'm not against.
Listen, I'll take care of my own check bag. I think I get free check bags. I think I get free check bags because I have a beep airlines credit card.
Oh, why did you tell me that? I would have put it in when I booked the flight with beep. Okay, I think I can add it in still.
No, I don't think if you added it wouldn't work. I can do it at the kiosk. If I use my credit card, it's free.
Do I get in on that too? Because I have the low man.
You piece of shit.
I have the low man.
Sad sack.
Credit card. I've got an airline card.
Sad sack. Oh, can I get in on that?
Well, I only have. I'm not. I have the entry level Beep Airlines card.
Oh, you have the same one?
I have. Yeah, I'm not paying for it. It's like the non. But I get higher. I get like group.
I didn't even know group 6. That's like the last one.
It's up to 9.
They actually put you, people who have that credit card, they put you on the back. Like they have their own grouping for you.
It's actually
Like people,
worse
like
than
like
if you
like
didn't have
people,
any credit
yeah.
card with them. They're like, oh, you wanted to like say you like to fly with us, but you can't pony up any.
We know,
any
yeah,
change
we
back.
know we're not going to get any more money out of you, so you can be all the way on the back of the line.
I use that credit card very sparingly, if ever. So I probably would get what I deserve.
I didn't even know they had a
This
free
isn't
one.
a personal finance or how to fly podcast.
Well, speaking of history, I was thinking, I will be honest with you, I was a little upset that I thought you would have called me or would have like come up and been like, "Hey, why don't we do an episode on St. Patrick?" Since I brought it upon myself to do a Christopher Columbus episode, I feel like that's like St. Patrick is like the Irish counterpart or the Irish equivalent of Christopher Columbus to Italians.
So like a Spanish Jew to Italians is as is a British saint to Irish to the Irish. Is that what you're saying? They not being who they really say they are, or who history thinks they are.
Just in general, I thought you would have just like, hey, you want to talk about your heritage? We always talk about mine. I figured you would have given me a chance, but you didn't. So
well, I think you have just as much of a heritage as I do. I'm also a quarter Irish.
Well, I'm half Irish. 3/4 Irish. I'm 3/4 Irish, big dog.
Oh, you're 3/4 German.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, probably.
You heard it here first, man. You thought your co-host was or my co-host was a Guinness wiggling rainbow. I don't know. You heard it here first.
Uh-huh. I just wish you would have. I don't know. I mean, we could have talked about the potato famine. Would have been interesting to talk about.
You made a nice picture for that.
Yeah, I barely got any. You've barely been responding to any of my funny pictures that I've been putting together for the last 3 weeks. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I chuckled. I laughed. Look, it's been crazy out there.
I had fans. I put together this great little graphic that said "Happy St. Patrick's Day," but remember, the potato famine was genocide. Is that what I said?
Yes. With you with a very unsure shrug. You're like, well, what are you gonna do?
Oh man! After having that, I was shocked that, for one, that is definitely something that I feel like they would market as ChatGPT not being able to create. You know, because it's like kind of misinformation. Yeah. Well, it's considered misinformation, even though I don't believe it. I feel like ChatGPT should have said, we can't do that because it's not true. But then I was having, let me see, maybe I can call it back here. I was having a pretty heated discussion with ChatGPT then after that about if the potato famine was conversation with Matt. Oh man, I might have been talking about that with on my work phone, maybe. Shoot. Nice. Top Degrassi Playboys. Logo design, image sharpening, Notre Dame reconstruction. Anyway, I was having this conversation with ChatGPT where I was like, hey, it was the potato famine genocide by the British Empire against the Irish. And then ChatGPT said, the response was like, well, no, but a lot of people think that because, they were still taking all the good food from Ireland when the Irish people didn't have anything else to eat knowingly, and they were doing that anyway. And then I said, well, gee, that sure sounds like it might be considered. They sure did intend to, starve the people of Ireland. And then it responded with something along the lines of, oh, it wasn't really intentional. It's considered just mismanagement by Parliament or something like that.
I like it. Hey,
you like that? You like that?
That
wiggle out. It was just mismanagement.
I think Grok would have given you a little more straight answer.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. Isn't Grok like the super racist one?
I don't know. I wasn't trying to be racist. I was trying to be historical.
Not racist, fan. Sorry. I mean,
it did say that I was being.
Trouble for.
It did say that I was being. You know what? Oh, man, I wish I could bring it up. It was a funny conversation. We talked about it for a while. I kept trying to make it like say, yeah, I guess you're right, but it wouldn't say that because a lot of the times, AI like just tells you what you want to hear. So I was really hoping to be able to get it to say like, oh yeah, I guess you are right. It was genocide, and then I was going to screenshot it and send it to you, but I couldn't get it. So
send it to Sam Altman, get him in trouble. There you go. You finally admitted it.
Oh boy. Well, what else is what else is in our personal life news? Well, I have to say a big thank you to a fan of the show, big fan of the show. I don't know how I can make this. Anonymous, really, but Conchetta P. Very anonymous. Thank you for the birthday gift. She, friend of the show, or fan of the show, big fan of the show, she bought me for my birthday a bobblehead, a Thomas Jefferson bobblehead to go along with my John Tyler bobblehead.
Yes, I had nothing to do with it. I know this fan as well on a personal level. She's great. Yeah. And what happened to it?
Well, it broke immediately as soon as I opened the box. I don't know if it was broken in the box or not, but it broke right at the foot and it fell off. It fell off the thing. So I was like, all right, I'll fix it. It's not a big deal. Conchetta P was
dropped it on the table immediately. So I think.
I don't know because I don't know if I dropped it on the table or if when I opened it, it just flopped out. I would admit if I dropped it right away. I don't know because like I was taking it out of like the plastic, whatever, and then.
You're so giddy, I know.
I was excited, and then that broke, but it was okay. It would have been easy to glue back together, but then a couple days ago, I was looking at it right before I was heading out for work in the morning. I was like looking at it from all different angles, like how am I gonna? It wasn't even that hard. I don't know why I was doing it, but I was like, I got to make sure I know how to glue this thing together. I'm going to use JB Weld. I think is my final decision. I think I'm going to go out and get some tonight. Maybe I can do it. But anyway, as I was doing that, it fell over again, and this was like from a decent height, and then his head broke off. I snapped at the neck, and then his other leg broke, so he's in a bunch of pieces, and it's not looking good for. I think it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, put it back together. Did Humpty Dumpty get put back together again?
No, because all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. But I think I can I think Thomas Jefferson can be put back togetwe
Well,
give him some give him some Rand Paul elbow grease. We'll be able to figure it out.
I was gonna say if he knew we were in for $38 trillion, he'd probably say, yeah, he wasn't putting me back together either.
Well, no, he was a man of debt. He was a man of debt. That's for sure.
Personal debt, not country's debt, not national debt. Personal debt for his kids. Remember that.
That's true. That's true. He did leave his kids holding the bag. But anyway, so I tell John, I'm like, John, it looks pretty fun. It actually looks kind of funny. Thomas Jefferson's like in pieces on the ground, right next to like the bobblehead had the White House, like a little, like the podium that the bobblehead's like standing on has a small, like a miniature White House. And then I have my John Tyler statue, and it was a funny picture of like John Tyler standing over Thomas Jefferson, all broken, and like just kind of and the way that the way that
thing at Arlington Cemetery or something.
I mean the way that John Tyler is standing is kind of like in a way of like saying, uh-oh.
Probably how we stood on the boat when it blew up, on that ship when it blew up.
But then, so I send the picture to John, and I'm like, John, don't tell Conchetta, but this happened. I'm going to fix it. Don't tell Conchetta. Don't tell Conchetta P. Don't tell her. Don't tell Conchetta P. Please don't. I don't want her to be upset. I'll fix it. It's not a big deal, but she's going to be upset if you tell her now. And then guess what I got in text message form yesterday evening from Conchetta P.
I'm sorry, but in my defense, I saw Conchetta P yesterday evening prior to you receiving a text message, and she showed me a previous text exchange that the two of you had, and on that text exchange there was a picture of Thomas Jefferson on the ground, separated from the White House. Base.
Yes.
So you already told her it was broken.
Well, she knew. No, she knew it was broken. She saw it break when I opened it.
Then why would you send her another picture of it?
She asked for it. I think she was going to try to get her money back or like a new one sent to us or something. But like she asked for it, and then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I forgot to send this to you, and I texted it to her.
Okay. Well, then yes, I thought at that point the cat was out of the bag. I'd forgotten the whole timeline, and so I showed her. I said, "Well, then you probably aren't going to like this." And I showed it.
So
to
you
her.
did know.
You got me. I ratted you out.
What? Why are you lying?
Keep our fans on edge. Keep the suspense. To build up.
Dude, you wouldn't last one day in the mafia. You're a pathetic excuse for an Italian. They should take that citizenship away from you.
Well, they might. Who knows where they're going, where things are going.
Wesley Moron didn't teach you anything down there in the old show me state, huh?
Oh, maybe I'll learn a thing or two when I go in a month. We'll see. Maybe I'll get re-educated. You know what I mean?
They'll see you coming right off they're just gonna file everybody who didn't check bags into like a separate section of the airport and be like, okay, here you go.
You're flying to Rome. They're gonna be like, yeah, no, we're sending you back immediately
via freight liner ship.
Yeah, fans. I'm going to the motherland, to the old country, as they say. Going to go to a few historical sites. Maybe we can talk about them. I'll have to bring some pictures so my co-host will know what the hell I'm talking about.
How long are you going for?
Going for a week.
Doesn't seem like that's long enough.
A fan of the show who we just mentioned, she's retiring.
Conchetta P?
Conchetta P is retiring, and she wants to see her ancestral homeland. What she wants as a retirement gift. So I'm joining her for a week.
Sounds.
Not to speak of my personal life, but fans.
Yeah, I would have kept that to myself if I were you.
Especially being Italian, we don't talk secrets. But yeah, I'd be killed the first day on the job for sure.
Yeah. Well, now someone's going to be able to say, "Oh, Conchetta P. She's retiring. Google, figure it out," and then they'll be able to figure out who you are. And then you're going to lose your job. So can't blame me. You're the one who brought personal life onto the show.
The last I checked, you do have an edit function on the script that you're paying $300 a year for.
True, but
renewing auto.
Yeah, but I'm leaving that in. Sorry. All right. So are we good? Do we have the plan?
The plan.
Are the flights booked?
Flights are booked.
All right.
We are going to a place in Washington for a weekend. Which I already told the fans that, but they don't know when and where.
Beep.
So it's a Carmen San Diego fans. Stay tuned. Come September, you got to find Matt and John. You're gonna get a prize if you're able to track us down.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, what
a bounty on our heads. That's probably not the smartest.
We got to get back on the air, John. I think the fans are missing us.
Do we have any emails? Any text messages?
No messages, but I do want to give this out. I just want to say that we want to get back on the air. We got to kind of figure some stuff out. There just isn't anything going on in the world that we can like relate to the history.
Yeah, we're just continually, a war in Persia. That never happened in the history of human civilization. Bogged down in a war in Persia.
What war?
Rain war.
What war?
Sorry, I'm reading a little Roman history at the moment, and apparently Persia is always the bane of Rome's existence. So it's going to be the bane of the U.S. existence, quite possibly. So we shall see.
Persia is Iran, or like part of Iran. No, part of Persia includes modern day Iran. Is that how you would describe it? Yes.
And I would describe Iranians that don't live in Iran. They don't like to be called Iranian. They like to be called Persian. I did have that. I was corrected once.
I probably would
don't
too.
Don't call me Iranian. Please call me Persian, please.
It's definitely a sexier name.
I know.
But yeah, so we just got to find something. I mean, it's such a mundane world out there. There's just like nothing. We can't put anything together. So maybe we figure that out. But I mean, we do have in the can that I never released because like we recorded it, John. I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and listen to it. We recorded a recap of our recap of the American Revolution documentary, and I never released it, and then like time kind of went, and then it was like, I don't know. It's like too late now.
I could be in studio next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to figure something out. Fans, let me know if you want to hear that, and then we'll figure something out for next week. But for now, that's it for now. I got to go. You good, John?
I'm good. Thank you for the call. Fans, we miss you.
All right, John, stay on the line. Stay on the line real quick.